Hello and thanks for watching the Blue Wolf channel. This is another entry in my Money Mindset series. Um, the last one I gave you was the little book that still beats the market. The intent on that was for you to learn how to value companies and how investments work. And in that book, the guy mentions another investor and they kind of mention each other. The next book I strongly recommend you read, and this is, I promise, the last book I'm going to give you for a while, because after this I'm going to give you some practical hands-on where to get started, things to actually do to set yourself up to actually start applying some of this knowledge that you've been acquiring. Anyway, this week's book is The Dhandho Investor by Monish Pabrai. This is an awesome book. It's a very fast read, and it centers around a philosophy of how to invest. It's basically, when you invest, the investment style is, if I invest and I win big, and if I lose small. Basically, he is a value investor extraordinaire. He's looking for investments that really don't have much of a downside, and if they do have a downside, it's a short-term downside. One of his rules of thumb is if you take a loss, you don't do anything about it for 3 years, because about 90% of the time, it's going to come back and go way higher than it started. And he talks a lot about a particular family. It's a family that is from Uganda, but originally from India. It's the Patel family, and they started with one family came over after they were kicked out of Uganda. That's the Idi Amin era. He came to America with nothing. Well, not exactly nothing. He had like $2,000-3,000, and he turned that into a motel empire. Now, he goes into great deal on how that happened, and how his family came over, and more people from his extended family came over, and 30-40 years later, they own over 40% of the motels and hotels in this country, all one large extended family. He also talks about Richard Branson and how he goes about a different way, because the Patels, they worked hard and they lived below their means. It's how they got their early capital together. Richard Branson took the exact opposite way. He wasn't all that wealthy when he got started with the Virgin brand. I mean, he had a record label, but anybody can start a record label. That's not hard. You can do that with any laptop. But he turned his own personal flair and his marketing genius and his thinking outside of the box into Virgin Atlantic and Virgin cell phones, and there's Virgin everything all across Europe, and some of it even lands here in the US. So he explores multiple different mindsets, multiple different approaches, but it's always, if I win big, and if I lose small. So again, I strongly recommend reading The Dhandho Investor by Monish Pabrai. And a little bit about Monish himself. He started a business, built it up, sold it, made good money on it, and then became a hedge fund manager. Now, his funds are private. You cannot invest in his funds. It's his extended family and whatnot. But he's also what's known as a guru's guru. He's really good friends with Warren Buffett. He's one of the early people that actually paid the over $500,000 to have lunch with Buffett, the charity thing he does every year. And anyway, every other guru out there, it's kind of circular. They look at what each other are doing, but Buffett looks at Monish looks at Buffett, Phil Town looks at both of them. Just about anybody you find, Greenblatt, just all kinds of the guys that run these hedge funds, they're all looking at each other, but, well, they're not all looking at all of each other, but they are all looking at Monish. So, gives you an idea. The guy knows what he's talking about, has made it big, and it is well worth the read. Again, please go read The Dhandho Investor by Monish Pabrai, and the next time we talk, it's going to be hands-on. I've got stuff for you to do. See you next time. Thank you for watching this video from the Blue Wolf channel. If you enjoyed your content and want to see more, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. Thank you. Good day.